Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this past weekend I carved a pumpkin. It was my first time carving a pumpkin, and my expectations for it versus how the experience really went was very different. I started from the very beginning. I went to a pumpkin patch. It was very cute. And just finding the right pumpkin, that's what's most difficult, because if you think about it, you want to make sure the face of the pumpkin is nice and round and there's no scratches or I guess bruises on the pumpkin. You just want to make sure the front of the pumpkin looks really good and it sits upright, it's not slouching over, anything like that. So I chose the best pumpkin out of the pumpkin patch that I felt was decent. And I went to Walmart and I bought the $7 pumpkin carving utensils. Very cheap, and it comes with different pictures. It's like a little booklet with the utensils and the pictures. And so when I got home, I proceeded to cut the pumpkin open, and there really wasn't a lot of pumpkin guts in it. I'm thinking this pumpkin's gonna be full of nasty seeds and guts, but it really wasn't that many. But it is very messy. I was carving it and pulling it out, and the seeds got everywhere, pumpkin guts got everywhere, it got all up my arms. I'm like reaching inside of the pumpkin. That was pretty much the fun part, because you got to just get dirty and messy, and I'm a person that doesn't really like to do all that sometimes, so being able to do that was actually pretty fun. So afterwards, I found the picture. I decided to carve a sugar skull. So trying to place the picture on this round pumpkin, because you know a picture is just your standard square, was difficult because the pumpkin's protruding towards you and you have this picture and you're trying to mold it around the pumpkin. Then you're trying to tape the picture to the pumpkin. It was actually kind of difficult. Once you get the picture taped to the pumpkin, I grabbed my Sharpie and I just outlined what I needed to carve. And the outlining was kind of easy, but because, as I said before, the pumpkin is round, my lines weren't really as crisp, and the picture was kind of not exactly straight, but it was okay because the pumpkin, it's round, no one's really gonna know. So I started carving, and of course with the sugar skull, you have these itty bitty small circles and triangles. I didn't really think about it until I started carving it. I was like, dang, I have a lot of different shapes in my skull. So I'm carving it, still getting pumpkin guts everywhere and juice, and it was actually fun. It took a lot of concentration, but it was fun. It was relaxing to carve a pumpkin. I did it outside and I enjoyed myself just watching the creation from the pumpkin to be bare to this sugar skull. So afterwards, I'm thinking, okay, how we're gonna get it lit? And I thought you needed to get a regular candle that was like this big from the dollar store that you can just sit in the pumpkin and let that be that. Well, come to find out, if you did go that route and you did do that, probably wouldn't work so well, because the flame from the candle that's this high sitting in the pumpkin would be kind of big, and you have to close your pumpkin up so it would burn the top of the pumpkin. So actually what works are the little teacup candles. They're so little, so small. I put 4 in my little pumpkin. The candle flame doesn't get that high, so it wouldn't burn the top of your pumpkin. So I used 4 and it lit up my pumpkin. And I absolutely loved the ending, the creation of my pumpkin, because it was dope. It was pretty cool, and I didn't think that me, of all people, could create something so cool. So I really did enjoy it, and I plan on carving a pumpkin every year, making that a Halloween tradition. So if you are having doubts or you don't know how to carve a pumpkin, it is really simple. I recommend doing it outside so you don't get pumpkin guts everywhere on your floor, especially if you have carpet. And I even got an additional tablecloth to go over my table. So I definitely recommend try carving a pumpkin if you haven't tried it. There are different ways. Next year I might paint one, but I really found serenity in carving it. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, you know the deal. Subscribe. And until next time, guys, happy Halloween. Bye.